Welcome everyone. Today I'm going to explain TradingView and all the features that you are going to need for your trading journey. If you are watching this video, you're probably a beginner or just starting out. I had a good beginner series and I'm just following it through. So the platforms that you need, one of them is TradingView. You have a link in description for a bigger discount. So TradingView is mainly focused on analysis and charting. It has excellent charting and drawing tools. It's great for studying markets and it has a large community and idea sharing features and indicators. It can also support trading with connected brokers and exchanges, which is a great point that we are going to discuss. So let's go to TradingView. Here is TradingView. This is the chart. So on the chart you have obviously the candles. The chart type can be changed on the top. So you have here candles, bars, points and figures, and you have many other chart types. You can use the line, for example, or you can use, for example, Heikin Ashi. Heikin Ashi is a great chart if you are a beginner and you want to have a simplistic view of market structure, because it simplifies market structure. You can see it here. For example, you can wait for a breakout structure, enter on the pullback, your stop loss on the nearest low, and just take your trade. So just next the chart types, you have the time frames. So you can have 1 minute, 5 minutes, 30 minutes, and so on. You have the arrow. If you click on it, you have a list of time frames that you can choose, from minutes to hours to days. If you want them to show on the side here, you can just make them your favorite. For example, we can add 10 minutes and here it is. Now every candle is 10 minutes. So we are going to go back to the candles normally. Here on the left side you have all the tools that you can use. So to make them on this bar list here, you can just go and click on the arrow on the side and you'll have here favorite. So if you click on favorite, it appears. You can change the place and maybe put it here. So in here I have the cross, I have the erasers. So eraser, so if I draw something or have something and I want to delete it, I use the eraser. You have array, so you can do trends with them. You have the long position and short position. It's just to visualize where you'll put your stop loss and take profit and have all the information about it. For example, the risk to reward ratio, the distance, anything you want, the percentage. You have here the brush, which I use, the date and price range. So you can use it to see, for example, from here to here, how many hours, how many bars, the size from here to here, it's minus 31, minus 0.72%. Obviously I did it, if I did it like this, it would be a positive number. I have also the trend line, which can be used also as a trend line or could be used like this. So if you want it straight, you hold the left click on your mouse and hold the shift button, and like that you have a straight line. Great. Then you have here, I have a rectangle to emphasize some zones, or for example I have here support or resistance or a range, whatever you need. You have a text, so you can write text. You have also here a vertical line. Vertical line is very important to identify a place. For example, I started my trading here, so if I go back or anything, I know where I started. You have Fibo retracement. If you want to know from the low to the high, where is the half, where is the 1/3, and etc. You can, all the tool, you can click on them and click on the settings here, and you can change anything you want. You can change the colors of the lines. You can add numbers. You can change the background, anything you need depending on the tool you use. For example, you have the trend. You can change just here the color. For example, you want yellow. I have here some just arrows. You have the highlighter, you have the note, you have here volume profile, fixed volume profile, you have here other types of volume profile, which can have their own video, but I explain them more in my community. You have the horizontal ray and many other tools. You can select here the magnet. So the magnet helps you automatically go straight to a point. For example, on the top of here, it just selects it automatically. If I remove it, you see it doesn't, it's hard to select the exact top. So if you use this one, here is the top. So the magnet is useful, great. If you want to change the background of the chart or anything on the chart, you just go on the top, you have the settings here, or you have right click and you go to settings below. So on here you have the symbol, you can change the up candle and the down candle. For example, you want the down candle to be white, you want the borders to be white, everything white. So let's, for example, put it on white, and here it is on white. The down candle, you can choose here the time zone, the precision, status line, you can change, you can add the logo. The title, you can have a more detailed title by having the name, for example, gold spot instead of just the symbol XAU. You have the scales and the canvas. The canvas, you can change the background here. You can have a gradient background, a solid background. For example, you can choose gray or blue or whatever you need. You have vertical grid lines and horizontal grid lines, which are, let's make them visible. So you can make them visible like this. Let's put them on white. If you want grid lines, I don't use them. Watermark, you can choose a watermark, so you can have the information of what you are trading on the middle. You can have also the interval, for example, 10 minutes. You can also have the description, which is gold spot, and you can just remove them all. For the text, is the text below the numbers. You can choose, for example, white, orange, blue. Just go back to this one. You can choose the size. For example, you want 24 if you can't see really well. And you have the trading. This is not something that you need to worry about. Events also you don't need to worry about. When you finish your settings, you are going to here and save as and save your template, or you can choose apply defaults if you want to return to the defaults. For example, apply defaults, and you return to the default, which is the one that TradingView give you from the beginning. I have, for example, the dark mode and I have the light mode. If you want to remove this thing here, the buy, the sell and buy, instant buy and sell, you go to trading and you just remove it here. You go dark mode, which is easier on the eyes if you're looking at charts for a long moment. You can search instruments on here on the top left. You can choose you can search, for example, you want to search for Tesla. Here it is, Tesla. And you want to go to the daily, and here you are. If you want the watch list, you have the watch list here. You can add the ones that you are interested in, because just searching on here doesn't automatically make it on the watch list. So if you want to add something, you just add the symbol and go, for example, you want forex and you want Euro USD, and you press the plus button, and here it is, Euro USD. You can click on it, hold click, and move it where you want. If you want to remove it, you can remove it by clicking on the trash sign. If you want to add, for example, those like this futures CFD, you just right click anywhere, on any instrument, for example, and you add section. You can double click to change the name. For example, let's do YouTube, for example. And you can move it, like, for example, you want it here, or you can move your instruments that you want on each one. You can close it and open it as you wish. You can even remove it. Great. Now let's go to the indicators on the top. You just click this type of chart with a line on top of it. It has indicator, metrics, and strategies. You click on it. You have here your favorites. You can go directly to built-in technicals if you want the technicals that TradingView has. You have here moving average exponential, moving average ribbons, open interest, parabolic SAR, whatever you want. You have fundamentals. So for forex we don't have fundamentals, but if you go, for example, to NVIDIA and you click on indicators and you go fundamentals, you have the fundamentals. For example, income statement, balance sheet, cash flow, statistic, forecast. You have also the fundamentals for crypto. So if you click on an instrument of crypto, you have here the fundamentals. You have financials, networks, derivatives, for example, liquidations, open interests, which are very important, ownership, social, and etc. You have the technicals, like we said. You have also strategies, but strategies are useless. You have profiles, so volume profile. You have also patterns. You can search for something on the community. For example, moving average. Let's just type moving average. You have these one favorites, or the technicals, those of TradingView, the default ones of TradingView, and you have here of the community, so you can choose anything from the community. For example, moving average ADX here. You click on here, it appears here normally. You can see the source code of it, or you can go more and click about this script, so you can have the page of the creator of the script, and you can see what he said and the comments on it. Great, so let's remove it and let's just go to the alerts. So for example, you have this line here. You have this line and you want, when price touch it, to have an alert. You click on it one time and you have here add alerts. You click on it and here you can choose price or an indicator. So we are choosing price. You want crossing up, for example. You choose crossing up. You have horizontal array, which is this one, crossing up this one, this line. And then you have the trigger, the expiration, the message, and the notification. You click on notification and you can choose here play sound. So you have a sound. So you have the sound. You click on 3 seconds, 10 seconds, whatever you need, and you apply it. When you apply it, create, and here is we have the small alert icon, which means that the alert is there. You can go here to the right side, click on alerts if you want to delete or pause it or edit it. So I will just delete it because I don't need it, and we are going back here. So now let's discuss the replay button. So you can use the replay button, bar replay on top. You can use it to backtest or analyze or go back to an area, a specific area. So for example, you go here and you can select here the speed. So for example, 5x speed. You can just play it. So it plays. Or you can choose bar per bar. So you click on this. You have bar per bar. If you want to go back, you re-click your select bar and select the bar you want to go back to. If you want to just remove, you click on X. Great, so let's remove the replay button, the replay. And now let's discuss the trade. So if you click on trade, you have multiple brokers and exchanges. So you can trade with prop firms, with crypto exchanges, with stock exchanges, with CFD, brokers, anything you need. For example, you have here Binance, you have TradeStation, you have NinjaTrader for futures, anything you need. So if you want to paper trade, which is trading with fake money. So if you want to trade with fake money, you have paper trading. You can select paper trading if you want just to test and learn. So if you want to place a trade, you click on trade. Great. You have here a line. So you can choose if you want market, if you want to buy limit. So let's say you want to buy limit. If you don't know what's limit, market, stop, you can go back on the beginner series where I explain the type of orders and the basics of trading. So you go and select, for example, your stop loss here and your take profit here, for example. On here, you choose what you want to risk. For example, percentage of balance. I recommend to use risk USD, so you know how much you risk, so how much you will lose if price touches your stop loss. Just go here and click on this reverse button, so you can just choose directly what you want to risk, and it chooses the units and the lot size or whatever to risk that amount. Just pay attention to the leverage if you have leverage, so margin. And you have, for example, in here, you're going, if price touch your stop loss, you lose 100 USD. If it touches your profit, you gain $235. So, and you click buy, and here it is, your trade. So let's go to the 1 minute just to see it, cancel order, and go to the 1 minute, which is moving. So let's say you want to sell market here. So you are going to risk 100. You are choosing your stop loss, or where is it? So your stop loss would be here. You're choosing to short, so you click on sell. So you move your stop loss here, for example, and you click, you want take profit. So you choose, for example, to take profit here. Why do I have both? Oh, because I added one. So here it is, and you take your take profit here, for example. So just to show it, so we are going to place a sell, market sell. So here it is, we have a sell now. So let's close the trade. You have $2 now, close position. And you can go, let's remove everything. And you can click on paper trading and see your order history. Here, your balance history. For example, we realized PNL here is plus $2, and your positions. So let's close everything. If you use some indicators that you like, for example, let's say you have indicators, you have advanced decline line, you have advanced decline ratio, and you like your settings, everything you want, and you want to save it. Like, it's automatically saving it, but if you want to save it and then change it and still have the saved one, so you are going here on indicator templates, you click on it and you save your indicator template. For example, let's save it now. You can name it anything you want. You can remember the symbol or interval or both or none, and you save it, for example, and you click on this and you make it your favorite, and now you have it on here. So if I change, for example, to B, which is no indicators, and go to D, you have your indicators back. You can also here click to choose to remove the drawings, the indicators. For example, if I draw many things and you want to remove it, you remove the drawings. If you want to remove the indicators, you click on remove indicators. If you want them back, you choose D or whatever, or you can go back. Or if you did something and you want to go back, you can just undo it with here and you go back. So let's just see the plans and explore our plans, just so you see it. You have a free version, but the free version is very limited. So you have the essentials, the plus, the premium. Normally the plus and the premium at what people use the most. Even the essential is good. You have 2 charts per tab. But if you want more charts per tab, you can choose, for example, the plus or the premium. You have no ads, volume profile, all of them. You can export data. You have more chart types here. You have chart based on custom formulas. You have multiple condition alerts. Here you can have even a second based interval. So if you want to trade based on seconds, this is very important for some people. And you have also on here the volume candles and the footprint and the order flow tools. On the premium and automate, you can choose the annual version to save money. And you have the link on the description to have the biggest discount possible. So I think I explained TradingView very well. I explained all the features that you need. So if you didn't understand something, just go back to where you need it. If you want other videos and beginner courses, You can check my channel and see the playlists or the videos. I have some content in there. Thank you for watching and see you on the next one.